Hello, sacred souls. It's Susanna from Alamanic Shaman. What I have here for us tonight is blessings and protection for our journey, for our spiritual journey, our spiritual path. And funny enough, right now, next door, which is a store, the garbage is being picked up. So basically, the garbage, the trash is being taken out of our lives and removed. So that's another great little sign that just appeared at the perfect time. I want to quickly show you something. So let me see if I can tilt it enough. So the black banishing candle, the way it ran, I instantly thought of a rabbit carrying something like a backpack or a load, carrying something on its back. Oops, can't get this straight. There you go. So the other meaning of rabbit can also be symbolizing fear, right? Because rabbits can be prey for many larger animals, and they have the instinct of running, like they're quite easily startled and run away, right? So even though yesterday's ceremony was more about the fertility and rebirth, the birth of new life and so on, but again, the one side of rabbits is fertility, but the other aspect, the other spiritual meaning, and unfortunately I couldn't just find the book in which I had seen that before, but I'm sure you can Google it as well. There is the spiritual meaning of the rabbit also symbolizing fear. And the backpack, or carrying something on the back, is like the burdens, that the baggage, right, that they carry. So we're going to let go of whatever fears and burdens we still have within us and letting that go. And since we are on a spiritual journey, I've included an airplane, a train, and a car. I couldn't find the wooden car. I thought I had one, but I might have to get one again if I feel guided to put it in the fire. But it may just be enough for decoration here today, because the main purpose really is to have blessings and protection for our path, right? And wherever the journey takes us. So I may be guided to add additional things in the ceremony, but for now, this is how the topic stands without getting further guidance. So let's smudge and get right to it. One, two, please cleanse, clear, and renew all of our energies, and take away and transmute anything dark, low vibrational, and unhealed. Oh, and there's definitely something about the throat chakra again. So the fear of speaking our truth still needs a little more healing. And there's also a feeling of exhaustion, which is quite often from overgiving and feeling drained. When there's an uneven exchange of energy, when we're dealing with a taker and we're overgiving, then we're overexerting ourselves, right? So that's the other aspect that needs to be healed. Ah, thank you. Okay, so when we set proper boundaries, then we don't overexert ourselves and we don't overgive, right? So the throat chakra healing that we still need a bit more of is to speak up when it comes to setting our boundary. Sometimes we may have kept quiet depending on the situation. Let's say if it was a work-related situation or in a social circle where we didn't want to make a big deal out of something and everyone else seemed cool with a certain situation, but maybe we weren't. So there are some things where we might need to learn to speak up a little bit more when it comes to our own needs being met and our space being respected and so on, right? All right, so let's call in our divine team and do this little mini healing ceremony. Dear divine higher power of the universe, our higher selves, our higher spirit guides of the light. Oh, I wanted to say earth. Interesting. So the earth spirits that are coming forward to help us, thank you. Dear Mother Earth, of course. Our ancestors that are in the light. Oh, and I'm yawning again. So there's exhaustion in the lineage from that unhealed abuse that often claims our vitality, right? I'm going to start again because I got a little sidetracked there with the stuff happening. Dear divine higher power of the universe, our higher selves, our spirit guides of the light, the earth spirits that are of the light coming in to help us, dear Mother Earth, spirits of our ancestors that are of the light, powers of all four directions, powers of the east, powers of the south, powers of the west, powers of the north, powers of all four elements, air, earth, fire, and water, and all other benevolent powers, forces, spirits, and beings of the universe that are of the light, please join the ceremony and assist the healings, prayers, and protection with all of your powers. Thank you. Please close the circle of protection around us. Thank you. So I just yawned again also when I said the great spirit of the water. So the water washes away the tears. So it's all the pain, all the hurt, all the grief that exhausted us, that contributed to us being so tired and worn down. Thank you, spirits. Okay. Let us start by giving thanks again for all the blessings in our lives. Let us think of all the blessings that we have, and especially for being alive, for being healthy or fairly healthy, like for whatever health we have. Knowing and recognizing that any disease comes from accepting the illusion that we're not okay. It is an illusion. A lot of it are projections. We are already completely healthy. We just accept other people's projections as reality because we're used to it, but we no longer accept it. We are healthy, fully and completely healthy in our core, and let that inner divinity now radiate out and let any and all darkness causing disease in our system melt away and dissolve by all the light that we're shining outwards from our divine core. And a lot of that darkness has to do with our fears. And oops, I should have removed that beforehand. Let all those fears that cause the darkness and the burdens and the fears, anxieties, and all that now and forever be broken and removed from our lives. We no longer accept those fears. We no longer accept those burdens. They shall all be broken. Sorry, I don't think you could see all of them as I was breaking them. But all those fears, all those burdens, all that darkness shall be broken and be removed from our lives. We're breaking generational curses. Thank you. Okay. We're all this suffering, all this fear, all this pain was passed down from generation to generation, not understanding what was really going on. And we are now moving into the center of this beautiful flower-filled bowl, representing springtime, representing new life, representing the beauty and joy of life, the lightheartedness. What comes to mind is butterflies and bees that happily move from one flower to the next, pollinating them, and just being a part of that absolute beauty and harmony in nature. Let our vision of the world, let our view of the world shift into that positive, happy space again that we all had as children before all that darkness moved in more and more, to varying degrees, right? And let our spiritual path be very strongly safe, shielded, and protected in whichever way we move ahead, represented by these means of transportation. And this may involve some travel, some social times with friends, possibly family, with ourselves, alone time. Maybe we have to travel to a sacred place, or we feel called to travel somewhere ancient. Let all of that be strongly, strongly protected. Let us and everyone we care about, everyone around us, be strongly safe, shielded, and protected. We're divinely loved unconditionally. And we now know and understand on every level that we are pure divinity in the flesh, but all of us. So we, as well as others, even if they haven't awakened to that fact yet, So we shall respect everyone as such, even if it can sometimes be challenging. But let us strive for that, because any judgment, anger, resentment, or any other dark emotions towards those that can be difficult and challenging means that we're not fully healed yet, and we're not fully in those divine energies yet. So help us, flood us with that divine light, to have that true, deep feeling of unconditional love, understanding, compassion, kindness, patience, bliss, joy, happiness, and anything else that represents that purity of divine essence. Let all of that be strongly activated within us, and let it radiate out from us, affecting everyone who comes in contact with us, affecting them positively and helping them heal. And so it is. Thank you, Dankeschön, all my relations. What is that? And we shall be strongly blessed. And so it is. Thank you, Dankeschön, all my relations. All right, everyone. If you'd like to stay in these energies a bit longer, please pause the video. For the rest of us, let the ceremony now be finished. And let us give massive amounts of love, thanks, gratitude, and blessings to our divine team. Thank you so, so much for all your help. Let the ceremony now be finished. Please open the circle of protection around us, but keep us strongly safe, shielded, and protected. And let us be strongly surrounded by a massive shield of golden divine light, and let our energy field be completely sealed by that divine light. And so it is. Thank you, Dankeschön, all my relations, all our relations. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching, for being a part of the ceremony, and for being on your own healing and ascension journey. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe. And I'm also sending you tons of love, light, and blessings. Be well until next time, and I wish you great abundance. May truth and integrity always be with you. Bye.